All right, ready? What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Natty Boys Podcast. I am your co-host, Wayne Gaines, and I'm here with my boys, my co-host, Brian Wynn, Giraffe, aka Giraffe Bro on Instagram, and my other co-host, WNBF World's Champ 2021, Dirk Emmerich.
Last year.
What's up, y'all? Damn, it's been a minute since we did an episode, guys. I am so sorry. We're busy, man. I think one big thing is that Dirk moved to Thailand, so like the time zones are crazy. And then Brian started school.
For you guys. Yeah.
So it's just and then we're all doing our own life things, our own life journey. So it's just hard to get times like match times pretty much. But we're back. It's been 3 months. I think the last time we did an episode was July. So we're back. I think a lot has changed since then. Where do we start? How you guys doing? What's up?
Shit, bro. I don't know if there's a lot of changes, but I mean, well, training, nutrition, all that shit's just
how about we start with that? What's going on with your training, nutrition wise? Anything new for you guys? Let's start with Brian.
Let's see. All right, we're talking from July. Okay, so I wrapped up my mini cut, I believe, sometime in August. I think mid-August at like 170 pounds. I've been back on the been back up now. I'm like 174, 175.
Oh shit.
So gaining at a pretty reasonable rate, not too crazy. I'm not pushing body weight like as aggressively as I did in the past. Because these days everything's just more performance based. So every pound that I do gain, I do want to milk performance as much as possible on like my pressing, my RDLs, things like that.
Yeah.
I'm currently eating somewhere around like 3,100 to 3,400 calories. Just tracking protein over overall calories. That's about it. Just keeping it pretty general, just so I can like eat out with friends whenever I want to. I can eat out with family more often, like I have been. Other than that, outside of lifting and stuff, I'm just currently doing nursing school applications. So that's going to be a process that goes until like March. So
okay.
On stuff. Yeah.
So you're kind of in regards to school, you're kind of just like in that. Are you in school or you just kind of apply? You done with school and then you're just applying right now and trying to get in?
So I'm just doing all the prerequisite courses that I have to do before I apply. I'm just finishing up the last like 2 or so.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be applying next semester. I'm applying right now, but I'm still gonna be applying and then getting decisions next semester from sometime in like April or May.
Like spring. Okay, April, spring.
Yeah, and then this is to get into school for fall 2023. So that's coming up pretty fast.
Yeah,
so
when you get into nursing school, you're gonna be busy as fuck.
Yeah, whenever you get up on stage, that's when I'll be starting. Sometime around.
We'll talk about that in a bit. But what's up, Dirk? Let's talk about what's going on with you, man.
Yeah, like Thailand move we discussed, I think, already on the last podcast. So I'm settled in, like now in Bangkok. I'm staying like settled down in Bangkok. All that sorted, awesome. Like the gym, like Muscle Factory gym where I'm training at. You may saw that on my Instagram, like there I post all my training. It's awesome gym. I really like it. Different to like the gym I had like Germany, it was a little more like a commercial gym. Here it's more like a proper bodybuilding gym where it's like some better equipment as well and especially for the leg movements. So that is awesome. The only thing is no AC. So I got used to like training in the heat kind of, which is quite cool. But yeah, that's like training wise going tremendously well. Like off season now, I think for like I finished my mini cut. When was it? Like May last year. So already like 5 months deep into off season now. Another 3 months to go. Around 3 months. Then we're doing a mini cut. Basically like a pre-prep mini cut. Like there I get like quite lean, staying there for a few weeks, and then we're starting prep. So yeah, that is so far like training wise, everything moving up. Like work wise, online coaching is going well. So that's what I'm doing mainly here. A little bit of personal training on the side. Like some of my online clients came visit me now from Hong Kong yesterday. So I do some personal training with them here in Bangkok. Yeah, that's awesome.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, and you guys are gonna have a session with Brian.
Oh yeah, he's coming mid-November.
The teammate, bro.
Damn,
the Team 3DMJ is fucking growing, bro. Not to cut you off.
All the way.
And we're coming in hard. We're coming in hot, bro.
Damn, this will be nuts. So
Yeah, we're coming in hot.
all the way.
Taking
So yeah,
over that natty bodybuilding scene.
up with him. Yeah. That's sick. And also like he's also coach from Birdo, so that's also cool.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
treat-
Yo,
to the NBA,
imagine
ooh.
everyone's coached by Birdo. It's gonna be sick. But yeah, man.
Oh,
In regards to
so, yeah.
nutrition, what's it like for you?
Like nutrition wise, what I'm actually in a very like, let's say, lucky position, you know, like so I have a harder time getting food in, but I'm like, I don't need to increase calories. Like since beginning of my off season 5 months ago, I can stay at around 31 to 3,300 calories. I don't need to go up because usually sometimes I used to like always need to increase, but I'm gaining body weight in such a good weight all the time.
Yeah, I remember last year around well, after prep, I think you're eating like 36, 37, right?
Exactly, because they're like I was like working in the gym, so I had a high expenditure. So for some people it's maybe like a bad thing. Like now I'm sitting more a little, like online coaching, you know, you don't walk so much, you don't standing all the time. So I burn less calories. But for me it's a blessing. I like that, like during the off season now.
Hell yeah.
I will see during prep, I will probably like add some fake steps in prep where I'm like just walking like a step target that I have like a little bit higher expenditure, but that is it. I'm always like good. Like when it comes to the starving side of things, for me, it's like if I eat 2,000 calories, I'm good. If I eat 3,000, if I lose, I'm like, it doesn't make a difference for me. Like,
Oh yeah. How much you weigh right now?
now it's like, I'm going up to 74 kg. That's like
163.
163.
Yeah,
Yeah.
163.
Highest
Oh,
ever, man.
shit.
So,
This is the
good.
most you ever weighed, huh?
Oh yeah.
I thought I saw you say that, right? Dang, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
And it is a little bit different
because
because
good. Like I'm very happy with like how things are looking like physique wise. So
yeah. I forget you're a little bit shorter, so that 163 looks way different.
a little shorter, and he has a leaner set point.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like a set range.
Right.
so
range,
one more
exactly.
kg to go, about like 2.5 more pounds to go.
Yeah. Okay.
For the mini.
Yeah. And then yeah. And then we're competing next year. Or
And then these last 10 weeks are a little bit like nostalgic. I'm like feeling like, wait, these are like the last 10 actual like main gaining weeks, because then the mini cut and afterwards like a 6 to 8 week hold is like not really like yeah.
hell yeah.
What body weight are you planning to hold at? Where are you planning to end your mini cut, like body weight wise? Like when you hold, where do you plan to be holding at?
Mostly, I would say like the main thing to decide when we end it is mostly like the physique and also how we're feeling. Like I know kind of like where like this like body fat stand needs to be kind of, and body weight wise, I assume
Like a range. Obviously there's no set
90,
number.
like 70, like 96, 70 kg, I think. So this will be around 3 to 4 kg above stage weight. Yeah.
Okay.
So 69 to 70 probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
60.
And that's the most you ever weighed, huh?
Sorry?
What'd you say?
No, he's only gonna be like 154. That's so
yeah.
Oh shoot, yeah. I said
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought you said yeah.
yeah.
I thought something else. Fucking KG,
Yeah, and then it's
bro.
3 to 4 kg to lose after. So yeah.
I know
Brian, do you master like the conversions already? Like
I know most.
top...
I can estimate most conversions for like if we're talking like 100 kg, 200, 300.
Yeah.
And then like I just fill in the rest in pounds in my head.
Yeah.
Because I know the jumps for like just from like deadlifting and stuff like 680.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah. Fuck man, I have a whole set of kg plates here. I don't even fucking use them anymore. I spent like 4 or 5K on them. This freaking setup.
Yeah.
Not even use it anymore. What a waste, bro. But yeah, man.
So
what else? Oh, back to me. What? Damn. July. What has changed since July? I think I lost weight. Fuck. I shouldn't be losing weight. Berto wants me holding at like max like 188, 185 to 188, he says, by November. I'm like 180 right now. So I'm not doing a good job with the plan, but I kind of like this weight though. I like just body comp wise and training wise, I feel good. Like I don't feel sluggish or anything. So man, it's been hard to eat though for me, man. I don't know about you guys.
Really?
Yeah, bro. I've been drinking a lot of freaking like most of my protein is like from protein shakes. throughout the day.
Yeah, me too, man.
That's right.
Me
You've
too.
been going straight since prep
Yeah,
ended,
no
huh?
mini cuts,
Okay,
man.
that's why.
Yeah, that's another. Yeah, that's probably the reason why too. I think you guys both went through mini cuts and I didn't. So
Yeah, my appetite is going crazy right now.
yeah,
Like
dude, my appetite
at
kind of stalled.
174,
True.
175 right now. This is probably the craziest my appetite's ever been.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
good, man.
So
Yeah, and
good.
bro,
It's
then
always a luxury to have a good appetite, man, during the off season.
Yeah, man. Like,
yeah, man.
I can
It's
wake
so
up and I'll
crazy.
have like 5 eggs or whatever and rice.
Uh-huh.
Like
Yeah,
that's,
I have
so
to
good.
really focus on food throughout the day for me to get like the amount of calories I need to like
Yeah.
gain consistently. It's like every day. It's just hard. But you know, just like
Yeah,
what it
same.
is.
I need to
Fuck,
plan
it's
it
not
kind
easy.
of. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Like if I don't force it, I would need I would eat like 2,000 calories every day or so.
I'm just following the plan at this point, like or trying my best. Shit. And then I got sick a couple times. When I get sick, it's like lose like close to 10 pounds. I think that one time I got sick like a few weeks ago.
Damn, 10 pounds.
Yeah, I lost like close to like 7 pounds. I think it was fucking.
Yeah,
I went,
yeah.
oh, that's what messed me up.
yeah,
I was
you
185
back in the 70s. right?
Yeah, and I hit like 177, 178. Now I'm up like a couple pounds. So, shit. And then I mean, the plan is that November, we're gonna start the pre-prep. So, yeah.
And it's like
But training's
upcoming
been good.
month, bro. That's just so soon. Like,
Training's been good. I don't know. You guys kind of see it, and we talk about it all the time. Almost every day, every week. So, yeah. I'm just progressing, trying to just staying consistent, really.
Still healthy and everything.
Hell yeah. Not getting injured is a big thing.
Okay.
Man, that's one thing I loved about this switching over that from powerlifting to bodybuilding. I feel so much healthier, like my body joint wise, and you know, never do I feel like I'm gonna get hurt or anything or yeah.
Yeah, most of my friends in person, they're powerlifters, so they'll
Same.
always talk about like, oh, this shit is hurting, this shit's acting
Yeah,
up my
yeah.
joints, and I'm like,
I do
bro,
not
I
miss
can't
that shit.
relate. I'm sorry.
Yeah, not anymore at least.
Suck.
Shit.
Yeah, sucks to suck. I feel
Yeah.
healthy as hell.
The only barbell movement I do is the RDLs. So
Else,
my reps.
and yeah, oh yeah, those my reps fucking kill it. Birdo's fucking nuts, man, for that. All those myo reps and like partials and yeah, all the just modalities of intensity. It's been fun though. It's been a cool experience. It helps with coaching too, because I would never give like my clients something I've never tried before, right? So yeah, all these different modalities I've never really dabbled into. It's cool to try, and yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm weight wise, I'm like 180. So yeah. And then we're starting this pre-prep, committing to a contest prep. So the secret's out. I don't think I announced. I don't think I ever said that publicly, but Dirk and I are fucking competing again. We're gonna meet at Worlds. Hopefully the pro show. Hopefully the pro stage. I don't know. I mean, according to the plan, I'm gonna be bantamweight. So it'd be sick if we could if I could meet you on that world stage next year.
Yeah,
That's the goal. That would be sick, man. Me and you, fucking Berto, under Berto, that'd be sick. Yeah.
and then I got 4 more years after that. See you guys then.
Yeah, and then we'll meet all in 2026.
WNBF Pro World Stage.
Yeah, Berto, all 3 of us coached by Berto. That'd be actually sick as fuck. And then we're on the same stages.
I'll talk to him about that.
Yeah. I mean, you got a while, so I mean, yeah.
Giving him a heads up.
Yeah.
Years in advance there.
Yeah, so man, what's been going on in the natural bodybuilding community? I mean, actually there's a lot. So the end of the year, if you guys don't know, the viewers don't know, the end of the year is when it gets really competitive, because there's just a lot of competitions leading up to a lot of big bodybuilding shows leading up to Worlds. So I think one of the big ones that I went to was the one at the Pro Universe in I think it was last month in New York, and Berto won that. So it was sick. Yeah, well, there's a lot of pictures. I'm trying to think back now. I got to meet all the Natty News, the Natty News boys. Actually, what's his name wasn't there. I just got to meet Leroy and James. I think.
Oh, Dan wasn't there.
Yeah, Dan wasn't there.
Yeah.
Got to meet Brett. Obviously linked up with Berto, and then you guys know Phil. Yeah, Phil.
Oh yeah.
Phil. Yeah. We linked up with Phil last year at Worlds. Who else was there? Bunch of other people. Yeah, Yeah, I met new people. Devin looked good. I don't know if you guys know. Do you guys know Devin?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he killed it. Damn, I'm missing a lot of people. There was a lot of that was a really competitive show, man.
Yeah, I
Chris
remember.
was there. Chris Evans was there. I got to chop it up with him for a little bit.
Yeah, I think Berto took first, and then I think it was Peacock for second.
Yeah, it was a competitive show, man.
Yeah,
all the even the amateur. Oh, Nick Liccamelli was there, my neighbor. I can't forget that. Yeah, it was a competitive show. All weight classes, really, man. It was stacked. So it was cool to see that because last year I went and the pro show was like so quick. It was like wasn't that many people. So
how come you didn't compete in the Natural Mania last year?
It was just too early.
Was it too early? Wait,
yeah, it was end of September, and then
it was end of September.
And my goal initially was just to do the Mayhem. So
oh shit. I thought it was this time last year. That's why I was wondering why you didn't do it.
Yeah. So, well, this time last year, I flew to you guys to you.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's wild,
that
right?
Too. Damn, it's been a year.
Right here in my garage last year.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
10 days ago.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, yeah. So the Pro Universe was in September. What else? Mr. America was pretty. I want to do that one next year, I think.
Yeah, it's a dope show. It creates like crazy standard.
Yeah, it's a huge show, man. Mr. America is a huge show. Mishak was there and Bada was there. Bunch of people were there, man. Bunch of people. I think Brett competed there. Yeah, that was a competitive. I didn't get to go though. It was my niece's birthday, so went away.
I think in 2026, whenever I compete again, I think I'll do that one too.
Yeah.
Hit up like the big shows all around the States.
That's definitely a big show. That's and like they're featured on ESPN, and it's just like a big like expo. There's like USA Powerlifting is there now. That was the first year they did that, and then they have strongman. Edna competed in the strongman. She said, I don't know how that went. It's fucking crazy. Edna's fucking strongman, and then just does fucking a natural bot. She's doing world. She said so. That's gonna be cool.
She's doing worlds that year as well.
Huh?
She's doing worlds that year.
Yeah. Hopefully she doesn't.
Yeah, I think world champs can walk in just like how Brian Whitaker just walked into Worlds last year.
Yeah, for sure.
She
stays fucking like lean all year round. We're relatively lean where it's like she just died. It looks like she just could die for a month or two and she'll be straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that physique, she's just gifted, man. But yeah. So Mr. America, and then I think Berto's doing this weekend, right? It's
Canada,
WMBF Canada, Calgary.
Canada,
yeah. So that's cool.
Gonna be nuts because he's diced now, like so shredded.
Like it's the signature Berto look that I like expect to see.
But bigger and better. It's kind of sick. This guy's like pushing 40 years old, and he's just like showing that you can still do this at that age.
Especially
it's honestly motivating because I'm like at 40 I want to be like, you know what I mean? I want to be better than Berto, So since it's standards. Yeah, the standards, it's like it gives me hope that I can still bodybuild in my 40s, man.
You see all these people who aren't like involved in natural bodybuilding, they talk about it as if it's the end of their life. Like, oh, just retire at 40, bro. And you see a bunch of these guys, they're only starting to fucking show out in their 40s. It's insane.
Yeah. I mean, look at Bada and Mishak, like the top guys. Like they
I don't even know how old they are, but
they definitely look like at least late 30s or 40, like early 40s.
Yeah.
They're in their prime, man. They're in their prime, killing it. But these are the elite gifted people. So
yeah, I think they were mentioning on the Natty News, like on the commentary for I think they had two classes, like two like open classes, A and B. I believe it was tall and short, like I was telling you, Wayne, in the group chat. I'm not sure how it was run, but I think it was short and tall for pros. Yeah. And I think everyone up there was probably
Levy Burge. How did I forget? Levy Burge.
Yeah, Levi was fucking
the other that black guy, I forgot his freaking name. Rock Body on Instagram or whatever. He won Mr. America last year. So yeah, that guy's sick too, man.
I don't remember.
Kent Beerley was there too, I think. The older gentleman, white guy.
Yeah, he was top 5.
I think he's from Jersey. That's another guy. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this guy's like 50 years old, 50 in his.
Yeah,
50s.
those guys all at the Mr. America, they're all a bunch of OGs.
Shit, man. Yeah,
Like,
this is
yeah.
hell yeah. That's a show that I definitely want to do next year. But man, it's crazy. Oh yeah, did you guys get to watch it at all? I know the shout out Natty News. The Natty News boys were got a gig.
I didn't get to watch that day.
Commentating. Huh?
I didn't get to watch that day,
Oh,
unfortunately.
okay. Yeah,
I had something going. I don't remember, but
yeah, I was trying to see like how the commentary
yeah.
was, because that's pretty cool. I think that's a really cool addition to get some one live stream and then two like a commentary where people that people that are into the sport. So that's cool, man.
Yeah, I think we are 3 weeks out of Worlds now. I think it might be like 3.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Is it 3?
And I'll see you in LA, bro, in a few weeks.
Right?
Shit, I didn't even book my hotel. Hopefully they allow me to get the discounted rate. If not, then
bro, book that now then.
Yeah. I gotta call them because I think you have to book it by like October. Like, oh shit, it's October.
Bro, it's the end of October already.
Yeah, I think I remember last year they had like a certain deadline. I think it was like beginning of October. So we'll see. I mean, regardless, whatever. I'll just pay I'm sure the regular rate is not that much more expensive.
Yeah, as long as you have your plane ticket, dude. I'll see you there.
Exactly.
There.
So
a good time.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good.
Probably get some training sessions in.
Yeah.
Before the show, and then maybe a couple after too.
Yeah.
What day are you there till again?
Friday to Sunday.
Friday?
Yeah.
Friday to Sunday. Oh shit, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be there
So
Thursday to Monday. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to get in,
yeah. We'll get one in.
Minimum, yeah.
For sure, bro. But what else? What else is new, man? What else is going on in the bodybuilding scene that we
I don't know. This is like it's about to wrap up because I don't know when. I mean, last year around this time it was I believe there was IPE Worlds around this time too. I'm not sure who's doing what this year. But
let me ask you guys this. Do you think that you're gonna dabble in any other federations when you compete again?
I mean, we would have to if we do Mr. America.
Oh yeah, Mr. America. I think what is Mr. America?
USPF.
I heard it was NGA.
What? I thought it was USPF.
What is USPF?
That might be something. I think that might be something completely separate. I don't even fucking know.
Whatever it is, I know it's not WMBF.
That's not.
But aside from Mr. America, because obviously Mr. America is just one. You know what I mean? There's no other shows for that.
It's kind of like people are saying it's kind of like the Super Bowl of all natural bodybuilding, where people from pros from every federation come together.
I mean,
they're doing a good job with it too, because every year is like something's progressing with that show. So
it's just the whole argument of like, all right, so are they all going to be drug tested equally? Right. Because that's the controversy, right?
That's like, a huge thing.
Yeah, sure. This is like the Super Bowl of all natural bodybuilding, but how do you know some guys aren't slipping through? You know, there's always
that's
coming up about that.
That's another thing, drug testing and natural bodybuilding. But yeah, I think when we start getting guests on, we could maybe dabble in those conversations.
Good.
Because
juicy details.
Yeah.
You should get Siobhan on.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I gotta tell you guys that. Yeah, but yeah, shit, man. What else do we have to cover? I think we got a few questions. Hold on, let me pull them up for us. All right, so here's one. How to program your workout when you cut? Are you supposed to lose strength and or set / rep performance? How to program your workout when you cut? You're supposed to
keep it the same mostly.
Yeah.
Mine's the same as well.
Right.
At some point you're gonna lose strength, and obviously you want to try to mitigate its effects, but it's gonna happen at some point. You just want to
accept it because Because then some people they try to force feed progress or like the maintaining so much that they have like way less quality of stimulus.
Yeah, they lose standardization.
Just lower it a little. Like some people they're like, I can't get weak, and then they get like generating more fatigue plus having like weaker stimulus. This way they lose more like muscle mass compared to like just like reducing the load a little. So
exactly.
It's sometimes very like controversial. Like
last prep. At what point did you guys start? So we obviously you do a similar training program from off season to on season, right? When did if or when did you guys lose? If you did, when did you guys lose? Like start losing strength?
I only lost pressing strength,
Yeah.
but my
Yeah, I
deadlift
can't even
was
remember.
pound for pound the strongest
Oh
it's
yeah,
ever
I
been.
forgot you were deadlifting.
Really, like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
like I was able to pull like 585 for 4 at 150, 149 pounds.
Shit.
Great.
So that was the strongest I'd ever been. So fuck.
Yeah.
I only lost pressing strength.
Yeah,
And-
only pressing. At what point did you start losing pressing strength?
Shit, dude.
Do you remember?
I honestly, I think it was like the middle, and then it just maintained for the rest of the time.
Oh,
like
yeah?
it didn't plummet at the end or anything. It just
How much did it
dropped in the
plummet?
middle.
Like 5-10 pounds, or was it like a
Fuck, bro, like,
drastic change?
I think on my incline pressing, on the dumbbell incline pressing, it was like 20 pounds per hand.
Yeah.
So it's kind of significant, but I'm not a strong presser. So
Mhm.
I was just
Yeah,
doing
me
whatever
too.
I could to
What
maintain
about you,
that.
Dirk?
Sorry?
What about you, Dirk? Did you at what point did you lose strength at all, or at what point? If you did, at what point did you lose strength?
Actually, not at all. I think like my last prep, I kept all my strength until the
Yeah.
end.
That's
Yeah.
ideal, bro. That's the ideal. If you could keep
Crazy.
the strength.
But a big thing is as well was like I was cleaning up my execution from the get-go. So I believe maybe this led even to a little bit of gains at the beginning of prep. And then I was just able to keep it that way. So yeah. And that's a good thing about standardized execution. I feel like it's way easier to measure it as well. Like during
Yeah.
prep. Like actually like, yeah, maybe you lost a little or not.
I agree.
So-
Yeah, I'm trying to think. What did I get weaker at? Usually, it's whenever I'm cutting, it's the pressing, but I don't remember pressing going down too much. If it did, I think it was like in all around this time, like September, October, and it wasn't even weight wise. It was more just like reps. I was losing reps with the same weight.
I just remembered I also lost some strength on my squatting variation. So I was doing SSB at the time, and I don't have a leg press. So at probably around this time right now is when my knee sleeves, they started bunching up like crazy.
Yeah.
Like you get lean, and then your sleeves bunch up like that.
Yeah, that shit was funny, dude.
That
dude.
sucked, yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's-
Yeah, man.
I think around this time actually last year that's when I had like more fails in training
Yeah.
when it came to my squatting variations, because
and
I couldn't just change to a machine where it's more stable or anything.
mhm.
I had
that's
this.
sometimes can be the limiting factor, like squat patterns and stuff. They may get weaker just because, like
Leverages.
our like upper body gets like it's a little bit getting weaker, like from a neuromusculature perspective,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's a huge thing when you're squatting too. The leverages just change completely.
Yeah, you lose your hams, like
yeah.
hamstrings. Yeah, like especially in those last 2 to 3 weeks, when you're losing all the extra fat off your hamstrings, like the fat behind your kneecap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
like that's
can't get
like
away with
thing,
a lot of
yeah.
shit that you can when you have a lot more body fat, for sure. In regards to like technique and execution.
100%.
But luckily enough, I think Dirk and I were doing leg press, so it's like
Yeah, I was
a little
jealous of
bit-
you guys.
yeah.
Good old leg press.
But dude, your legs were fucking sick. So
Yeah, I did feel them flatten out in the last couple of weeks just because of that. It might have been, like pushing conditioning in that little bit. At the end when you can start like shit's moving and you don't know if you're losing muscle or you're just flat for the time being.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm still unsure.
Yeah, that's another thing. I think if you see Berto right now, the flatness is making him look like he's super flat right now, and
He says
making him look a little
flat,
bit skinny. But like,
but
that's just that's just part of the process. I think if you're doing it the right way, like you just now, like he was explaining in his last video, it's like, or no, he was explaining in his story today. It was true. Like I'm like, oh shit, yeah, you're right. Like in the next 10 years, a lot of people are just gonna be,
Eating up
leading up to
normalizing eating up into shows as opposed to like cutting water or whatever.
Yeah,
crazy
or
shit
being
people do.
depending on a peak week basically.
Yeah. Like a lot of people like I think it's normal for like people, or not normal, but like you see it a lot in the field where people just cut water on peak week and cut carbs or whatever they do. Cut sodium.
Mostly on the untested side, but
Yeah. I think it's just people that are uneducated.
it was crazy, man. I was at
and the
Battle of
good
the
thing
Bay.
is, yeah.
I was
What
at
was that?
Battle of the Bay, and then backstage, there's,
Oh
we're
shit, Battle of the Bay. We forgot to talk about that. I forgot about that.
Oh fuck, me too. Shit.
You
Okay.
went to Mayhem and Battle of the Bay, right?
Okay, yeah. So I was at Battle of the Bay. I was working backstage, helping out people. I was like the expediter. I would like find people, like people who are about to go up. I would go find them, by their number.
Yeah.
Shit like that. Let people know when to get tanned.
Yeah.
So that they could properly dry off before getting on stage.
Yeah.
So they're not dripping everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really fun experience, man. Like I've never worked at a show, but it was really nice to kind of get the flow of things and then use that knowledge as a competitor later.
Hell yeah.
Oh, it was hectic. It was hectic as fuck. I'll be honest about that.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot of work. We were there from 6 a.m. till 3 p.m. and then that's when we went for the dinner after.
Oh,
yeah, it was a long day, but it was a fun day. But
nice.
It was crazy because, like I was saying earlier, we're in our own bubble with bodybuilding. You know, like everyone we know and talk to on a regular basis, we're in the know. You know, we know like not to cut water. We know not to fucking just, like shit like
whatever
that.
it is.
Some people don't know.
Whatever
like,
crazy shit people do, like bro science that was like popularized like 10 years ago, 20
by the untested community. Yeah, so I was backstage. I thought it was crazy because I heard a kid, like I think he was a team competitor. He was talking about how he hadn't had water in like a couple days. I was like, what the fuck? That was a trick for me. I was like, I honestly common knowledge not to
dude.
dehydrate.
I know people that compete and they do some crazy peak week protocols and cut water, cut like they mess with the sodium a lot and and what else? Carbs, like whatever it is.
And I think
we're running our own bubble. It's crazy.
On the untested side, it's even stronger than on the natural side.
Yeah, I can't really even speak for the untested side, but even on the natural side, I think there's just a lot of people that are doing these weird, outdated peak week protocols.
Which
I mean, you saw it at the Battle of the Bay, so it just shows that I don't know who he was working with, and I wouldn't even call out the coach even if.
Yeah, I mean, they're like they're younger competitors. It might just be them doing their own things, or like maybe they're
because also the problem is like, and I'm guilty of this too. When I first started, you don't know much. You just look up to whoever's the most jacked that you kind of appreciate on Instagram, and they not necessarily really might not know what they're doing, or they might be on the untested side. I didn't even know like steroids was like all these people were doing steroids at the time. I just like, oh shit, Jeremy Buendia, you know what I mean? Like I didn't know, like all these certain bodybuilders that I looked up to. I'm like, oh shit, these guys are actually doing steroids. I didn't know that in the beginning when I was like
me as well
19 years old. So you follow their protocols and it's doesn't really work sometimes, and sometimes it kind of does, and then if it does, it's like, damn, you lucked out.
Yeah.
So it's like but it's crazy to see that even 12 years later, 13 years later, people are still doing the same outdated like peak week protocols. But it's cool to see. I think where this came from was Berto's post where he was talking about eating up into shows. This dude looks super fucking flat, and I don't know if you guys watch his. Brian was saying he watched his latest YouTube video for his peak. Yeah, man, this guy's looking flat.
Shit, like when you're lean, you can see all the lines.
Yeah, and then when you eat up, it just looks different, bro.
Fills out.
And the crazy thing is, you lose weight when you're eating up. You'll lose weight, but then the fullness just comes. You just look bigger.
Comes into play, yes.
Yeah.
It's like the
last like predictable kind of like peak week. Sometimes it's like playing lottery, like especially like carb backloading and stuff. It's so dangerous. Like sometimes you can be super flattened out on stage, or quite often also like spilled over. And with eating up, it's like so predictable. Like like it's can be much better.
Those last few weeks, that's when you just kind of disregard the scale just because of what you mentioned. Because there's so much that happens that's not reflected on the scale. You kind of at that point just have to go by eye. You have to go by pictures and videos.
Exactly.
And it's a bodybuilding show, right?
One of the main things for eating up as well is like water retention gets cleared out. What a peak week often can do.
All the edema.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. I can't believe people think still that cutting water is gonna help your physique. You actually want water to be,
If you're holding water, you're just fat, all right?
Exactly.
Most of the time, if we're talking on the natural side, let's be real. Most of the time, people are just
you're
fat.
not lean enough, right? And I kind of had that last year where it was like, because I remember I did, obviously I wasn't lean enough. I kind of knew that, but then I got thrown off a little bit because when I did Dwayne Broadway show over here last year, which actually just happened this past weekend, I remember one of the judges told me, "Oh, like you look good, but you just need to cut water a little bit." I'm like, "Wait, what the fuck?" So then I told Berto, and I'm like, "Is it water?" I'm like, because that's what the thing said, and he was like, "Surely it's not water."
Yeah.
But I guess
most of the time it's not water. Most of the time
it's just
but there are cases where when you are lean enough and you're getting stressed that you do start holding on to more water, or if you're traveling internationally.
Right. But in my case, it definitely
for like 10-12 hours.
Yeah, but that's true. Like you have to really get lean enough. And that was my case for sure. Going into that. So peak weeks are shit. Depends. Like I think peak weeks work the best when you're actually lean enough. Like if you're not lean enough and you're trying to do, add all these carbs, it's just you're gonna spill over easily. Yeah. And I think that's exactly what happened to me at that last show. So at that show that I was talking about, Dwayne Broadway show. But yeah. It's interesting to see that. Man, I mean, I think a lot of the community, at least the natural bodybuilding community, because of like the 3DMJs, the Chris Bearcats, and who else? The Jeff Nippards. There's just a lot more research out there on YouTube and just Google. There's a lot more information on,
especially with training.
Lane Norton, sorry.
With training, that's been a game changer.
Yeah, especially with training. Yeah,
and I've been really benefiting off that this year.
Oh yeah, N1, man. Shit, man. Yeah, like when I got introduced to N1 is a huge game changer last year. I think.
Yeah, especially with me being in the garage gym now, like I don't have all these machines that you would normally use. Yeah. But like if you understand the principles behind the exercises, why it's set up the way it's set up, then you can really emulate any exercise that you need to.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Daily.
Like I have everything I need in here to be able to train every muscle group in its shortened and lengthened position, like
hell yeah.
Things like that, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's
there's so much research out there. It's like if you don't know stuff, it's like it's your own fault almost. You know what I mean? Like there's literally so much research out there. Like from nutrition to training, it's
exactly.
You just gotta apply yourself, really. Man, yeah, shit.
Like, I mean, going back to the whole conversation we had about like overcomplicating shit, and it's like understanding more helps you actually just simplify it. Yeah. It doesn't overcomplicate it if you're actually learning all of this to understand. Makes it a lot more clear in a way.
True. Yeah.
People who say it's overcomplicating it, they just don't understand what they're hearing or what they're reading.
It's so simple and basic.
And it's like in some cases they try to apply every single principle to make it as optimal as they can, when obviously they're not taking into account their own context, like what like the environment they're training in, like if they have access to these machines, like if you're in a busy ass gym and you're trying to set up an exercise because it's optimal, obviously it's not going to turn out to be optimal if you can't even set it up for like good 20-30 minutes while you're waiting for it.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
True.
Yeah.
God damn, Wayne, you're looking jacked right now.
I have another question. Thank you.
Okay.
I got another question before we end this. I got a couple more. Someone said, "What do you think about while on prep?" I know one thing you don't think about: sex. But what do you think about while you're on prep?
Man, no one asked anything about the off season.
No.
I've been really enjoying the off season.
What do you think about while you're on prep? That's kind of like a vague question. I mean, just I think about just what I have to do day to day to get to
exactly. Yeah,
to get to what we need to. There's a plan, and then we follow it and to make sure we're on target with like our deadlines, because obviously that's a huge thing. I think a big thing with prep is to have a plan set out. You know what I mean? You need to be here at this time. You need to be here at this time and meet those markers so that you're there on time. I think that's very, very important, because when you're like not giving yourself enough time and not having these markers, it's like you get to like that end point, and then you just don't even, you're like, oh fuck, I need to get leaner. You know what I mean? Why am I not looking how I look? So, but what do you guys think on that? Like, what do you guys think about during prep?
I don't think about anything.
Food?
Yeah, me too.
Just do it.
Yeah. It's like kind of a weird question. But yeah, that was a question.
I'm robotic in prep.
Yeah.
So I don't think. I don't feel either.
Just doing.
Yeah. We got a few more questions. We'll skip that one because that one's kind of not that good of a question.
I mean,
but it's probably someone that doesn't really. I think that's someone that never competed before.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. No, it definitely is. I'm not gonna shout out the name, but I know the guys. He's a power lifter. One question is, how long should a lifter be in the iron game before even considering lifting? Newbie here?
Competing? Probably competing. How long
I
you should
think
be?
that's probably
like
the context that he meant. What would you say, Dirk? Champ?
I would say it's like when you do it like from the get-go, let's say from day one, optimal scenario, everything optimal, right? Like probably best with a coach. I think like after 2 or 3 years, you can do it.
2 or 3 years, just living the lifestyle.
Living the lifestyle, 2 3 years, having like 2 good fat loss phases within that time is good. But for most people, I would say 5 years, 4 to 5 years, because like most people don't start out with an optimal approach and going along the way, or don't start out with a coach. So I would say for most people, 4 to 5 years. To also do you also want to like bring something good to the table, right? You don't want to like embarrass yourself on stage.
That's another thing. What would you say? What would you say, Brian?
I would say similar to what Dirk said, but I would also add, depending on how their genetics play out.
Exactly.
Like obviously, some people will have the genetics be fucking jacked as shit, but like Dirk said, they got to be living the lifestyle already, because they can be very gifted athletes as bodybuilders, but they might not have those habits ingrained yet. You know, those little day-to-day habits like tracking food, actually sticking to your macros and then knowing when to be flexible as well. Like obviously, if you're further out from a show, if you're 20 weeks out, you don't have to be crazy rigid, but you know when to be rigid if you're like 5 weeks, 4 weeks, 3 weeks out. Like having those little strategies too. It's not even just like, oh, how jacked are you? Yeah. You know, how low can your macros drop? It's knowing when to employ some of these strategies to keep you in the game longer, because a lot of people, they'll burn out because they'll try to go so hard so early. They never actually built those good habits early on.
True.
Yes, exactly.
But in terms of time though, I would say
for a newbie, this is he put in parentheses newbie here. That's
newbie. Okay. I would say like 5 years. I'd say 5 years. Because there's gonna be you're gonna have a lot of points in the first like 2-3 years where you're still trying to figure out who you're listening to, like is what you're doing like best for you. Like there's a lot of fuck ups in those first few years, especially. It also depends. Like some people, they start off like, I was a skinny kid, right?
Same.
As a skinny kid,
all 3 of us were.
Yeah, as a skinny kid, you try to maximize everything. You're like, I want to grow, I want to get strong, I want to get jacked. You know, it's very conducive. I think I saw like a 3DMJ video on this on YouTube. It was like how in their very first few years, like I think it was with Brian Miner and I'm not sure, was it Brian Miner, and then there was Jeff Alberts, and then one more person. I'm not sure if it was Eric Helms, but
Helms probably.
They're talking about how in their first few years they actually were very productive with it, because it was so simple. It was just eat. It was like the whole eat big, get big, you know? If you're coming from that age where everyone just wants to look jacked, like you don't think about dieting at all. You just want to get big. And that's probably like the best start you can have. It's the ideal start.
Hell yeah.
You focus on the building process. And then, like they said in that video, a lot of the mistakes they started making were from trying to be more optimal, trying to be more, I guess, more like
perfect almost.
Or looking for that magic pill. I see a lot of newbies have like that.
Yeah, like it's when people start focusing on the diet aspect. it's when they start focusing on the diet aspect. That's when a lot of mistakes start setting in.
Yes.
What are you saying about magic pill? What'd you say, Dirk?
That's also a big thing. Like I see with a lot of new base, they ask me like questions in regards like should I take this supplement? Should I do this? Should I do this magic exercise? Like they're looking for like that. They believe like there's like one thing what brings you magic growth, but it's basically just the fundamentals. And some people don't want to accept it. It sounds too boring for like, especially if you're a beginner. It's like it can't be that simple. No, like, and this sounds too boring for me. And they're looking like, should I, like this magic thing basically. And really by mastering like the fundamentals, like training wise, I would say before even considering like some special techniques, like just mastering execution movements, that's it. And then like eating in a surplus, enough protein, that's it for muscle growth basically. Like an upper lower split, 4 days per week, boom, some basic exercises and mastering the execution there, it goes the longest way. And doing this for 2 or 3 years, boom.
Yeah.
I would say, yeah.
So you guys, we would all agree that pretty much about 45 years just living the lifestyle. Maybe two fat loss phases in that, maybe mini cuts or whatever it may be. I think 3DMJ did a good video on this, on when, and it was Berto's video where he spoke about like, when should you, how do you know if you're ready for a contest prep?
I remember that.
That's another thing for sure, because I think a lot of people, dude, we may know, like we know this, that dieting, man, is well, at least contest prep dieting, at some point it gets very invasive, especially if you're not like seasoned, right? If you never did it before, it's like, all these like these mental and just like psychological problems come up sometimes, like like
they get amplified by prep.
Exactly.
Might be buried deep down in the off season when you're well fed, but if you have a lot of trauma from that you have like unresolved, then it's gonna get amplified during prep.
Whatever it is, like man, everything,
or like
dude, you get highly irritated at some points, like
and if you already have a bad temper to start off the prep, and then you add that with hunger and
you've never experienced it before, it's something new. It's like you don't know how to handle it, right? You're not even expecting it. That's another thing. Right? I remember there was times last year where
even when you are expecting it, it's gonna express itself in very like microaggressions.
Exactly. But when you're more seasoned and you are expecting it, it's like, all right, you can accept it better. When it's a surprise, it's like you're irritated, you're fucking like, you don't even know why you're fucking in. You might be crying in your, you know what I mean, like for no reason and shit like that. Shit will piss you off, and man.
The energy levels are super low this season. This season, like I've been watching on social media, I've been watching stories, right? And I can tell when someone's like prep regression is coming out. Like I've sent you guys some stories where people are like,
hell yeah,
they're talking to the camera, and I'm like, dude, they're prep, they're going through it right now.
You can tell it.
Dude, I mean, very aggressive.
I remember like even when I was prepping, it's like I didn't even feel like filming shit. Like at some points, like I didn't even feel like posting anymore because it just takes so much energy. You know what I mean? It's like fuck. Yeah, man.
I would probably keep it very simple upcoming prep with documenting it, like physique updates, the training, which is set a habit in place. I don't need to think much, just doing it. I don't like at some point I know it's like so hard.
Do you think this is situational though?
Document everything though. All right. Next year.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I want to see all the updates.
Yeah. I went through it last year, bro. Because the thing is, like, for me last year, I think I went through it really bad is because the last time I really cut was in 2016. That was like 5 years ago. And it was a different type of cut because I was powerlifting and bodybuilding. And then I did men's physique where you didn't have to really it wasn't so invasive. You know what I mean? The diet wasn't so invasive. I remember feeling really good. I was able to lift. I was able to, do power lift. And I was doing men's physique. So you don't have to get super fucking shredded, right? It's just kind of like you can get away with like 10% body fat, 9% body fat, right? But when you're doing a real bodybuilding show and you want to have a respectable physique, you have to really get gritty. And man, I think I mean, Dirk, even before you did you competed last year, Dirk, I remember you went through like pretty a few fat loss phases, and you dug deep. I remember
Well, I
seeing
think
pictures.
like four fat loss phases.
Yeah, so you kind of went through it already. So you know what I mean. You experienced it.
And
you know
that's
what it
why
feels
like that was the context missing for a lot of people, where they said, hey, this guy first ever time on stage, ready too early, he will fuck it
Ready
up.
too early.
But it doesn't mean like let's say when you were first time and you did like 4 good fat loss phases, means like you did technically a few trial preps before.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
big difference.
Dude, and Dirk, your trial preps were actual trial preps.
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying. That's why I mentioned it.
In
Because this dude
2016, he was stage lean.
Yeah, that's exactly why I brought that up, because the pictures you showed us.
Not with the same mass as now, obviously, not even close.
No.
Before, you already knew what it was like down there.
Dude,
yeah, I know how it feels. Like I did 2 fat loss phases where I got like glutes striated before.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, you have striations in the off season too in your glutes.
Yeah.
So
not now.
not right now, but if you lose like
2.5
kgs, bro.
Exactly. Yeah.
We see
You never shared that. You can share that. You should definitely make a long post on that, because I think a lot of people can learn from that.
From what? From the like doing trial prep.
Yeah, dude. Like, I mean, you could even answer this question in a post and then just mention like how you went through like a couple fat loss phases before. You
And
know
I could add some pictures of my like 2014, 2016.
Yeah, man.
How the shape looked.
One of Berto's recent posts, if you guys are watching, Berto posts like really good informative posts, man. And one of his most recent posts was about contest prep and just being more seasoned, you know what I mean? And I forgot the exact context, but man, if you go back into it, you can learn a lot for sure about if you're ready or not, and what it takes. You know what I mean?
And especially if you are like want to do good, because it's a difference. Sometimes you see people on stage like not in shape, right? And you don't want to be that guy, obviously.
Exactly.
And then either that happens, like for most people who are like just not ready yet, they just don't get in shape. So they kind of like sometimes embarrass themselves, right? And then can happen. And then like there's like person B who like just get fucked up mentally from it because they're not ready yet. Yeah. So these are just 2 scenarios. What will happen if you're not ready yet?
Yeah,
that's
or
one.
both.
Yeah, or both. Yeah, that's like the
thing is, man, like a lot of bad things can happen if you don't do this right, for one, and if you're not ready yet. If you're not ready, like,
so you just don't get in shape, or you like get in shape, lose a lot of muscle along the way, but you get also like
how many people do you know that like fucking like went over the deep end in regards to like developing bad relationships with food and just binge eating and bulimic and just all these crazy, just psychological and health problems that occur that last long, man. I think and then the whole body dysmorphia thing, like it's just like so much, you know what I mean, that comes with a prep that
that's why
may not be ready for, you know what I'm saying?
Up here to start it as well. Like when you have like eating disorder history, body image disorder history, prep can be quite dangerous. So people need to be very honest to themselves. Like if they're actually ready for it, and some just want to start a prep for like, like for the attention, for the trophies, for stuff like this, out of wrong reasons, and then all these things get amplified, like right. Man. So, or they try doing a prep to fix something, like it's also not true.
Yeah, I'll hear about some people who quit bodybuilding and they'll say, the trophies weren't worth it. Placings, titles, they'll use that as like their justification for why bodybuilding is great. Man. But usually it's those people who fixate on those things, those winning, those titles, those trophies. It's like, dude, I don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah, let me add to this, because at Pro Universe,
for some reasons,
you think everyone thinks about like, I'm getting first place, and we use that as like motivation, but we don't let it like for us three. I think I could speak for us three. Cool, but we use it as motivation because we want to win. We're competitive, right? Yeah, but we don't use it. That's not the sole reason why we do this, right? And I want to mention this because I remember at the Pro Universe, Berto won Pro Universe, right? And I'm talking to him after the show, and we're kind of chopping it up, hanging out a little bit. And we go upstairs to go. It was like at a mall, right? And there's like a ShopRite downstairs. And so we go to ShopRite and we get food. And I'm like asking him, like, yo, so how do you feel? Like, and he just comes out. He's just looking all normal. You know what I mean? Have no emotions toward winning at all. And I'm like, you even care if you won or not? He's just like, I don't care, man. It was just like a thing. Like, I just want to use this to qualify and look decent enough for the people. You know what I mean?
So cool.
Because I think a lot of people were kind of looking, we're all watching Berto. I feel like all the natural bodybuilding fans are watching Berto. He just wanted to have like a respectable physique for that stage, and he didn't really care if he won or not. It was just more like just qualifying and then just having
it was just like one step to
exactly. He didn't really care at all. It's like he just won. Cool.
I mean, that's how I look at shows. It's kind of like an opportunity to see myself under really good lighting.
Right.
Get some good pictures out of it.
Yeah.
That I can compare next season.
Yeah, man. I think it's
that I can reflect on in like future seasons as well.
For sure.
Because someone like I saw some posts where it was like it's talking about the trophies and placings, and I'm like, that's cool and all, but mine are collecting dust. I don't give a shit about my trophies. Like they're cool they're cool in the moment. Don't get me wrong, they're cool in the moment. They give you a little bit of external motivation, and you use it as a souvenir for memories. But
it looks cool in
the emotional attachment for them.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Like if you do, I see it sometimes. Like if you do like bodybuilding shows just for the trophies, attention. I compare it with like people who just want to earn a lot of money to buy fancy cars to show off. It's so similar. And then like quite often the people, they don't even enjoy like the work they are doing. Just like, oh, I just want to get fancy things. And all the people who are truly successful, they don't give a shit about the fancy things like Steve Jobs and stuff. They're just like, oh, they're still dressing the same as before. They just do the work because they love it. So I see the same with bodybuilding. And the people who all buy the fancy things, stuff like that, they're like really like unhappy inside kind of as well.
Yeah, man.
So
I do this shit because I really love the process. I love the transformation, and then I use the fucking the I want to get first place, but I use that as motivation, but it just doesn't. I don't let that like take over my mind. If I lose, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like at least I got to fucking compete against Giraffe. You know what I mean? At least I got to get on stage with you and then make that memorable, not only for us, but for bodybuilding fans. You know what I mean? They want to see good shows. You know what I mean? As a spectator, I want to see the best go against each other. I want to see like this guy that I see on Instagram go against this other guy I see on Instagram that I think would go, it would be a crazy matchup. But yeah, man, like that's a whole nother story with the mentality. I think having a healthy mentality when it coming into this.
That's good. And what Berto has is the best. Like no attention to winning or losing. Yeah, that's the best.
I don't get too attached with that because it's like, all right, you won. That's awesome. But I think more for me, it's like the memories that we create, bro. Like, look at this, like how we started this fucking podcast. You know what I mean? Like, it would never have happened if we didn't all do Worlds together. You know what I'm saying?
That wasn't even in our original plan, Wayne.
Yeah, and that's so crazy, right? How it just kind of
it happens for a reason.
So good.
But yeah, man. To answer your question, I don't know if it wasn't clear. He said, how long should a lifter be in the iron game before even considering lifting? Complete newbie, I think 4 to 5 years. And I think there's we all said 4 to 5 years. I agree. And I think if you want to learn more on that, there's a video on 3DMJ, the 3DMJ YouTube that Berto kind of breaks down. And I think in their vault, there's also like a shit ton of information on that. So check that out. We have a few more questions before you end, so I want to cover all this. Any advice on how to make friends who are also fans of bodybuilding?
Shit, bro. Get an Instagram. Yeah. I don't have that people in person who care for natural bodybuilding.
Yeah, it's sometimes hard to find people like-minded in the gym. Actually, like there's still like so many pros out there, right? And it's sometimes a little harder in the gym. Like social media is so big. There you can find easier to find friends there, like, right? That's also a good thing.
Yeah. What would you say, Brian? Dirk, what did you say? You said what would you say? I don't think you answered that question.
Like in regards to like finding like friends who are like into bodybuilding, right?
Yeah. He said, any advice on how to make friends who are also fans of bodybuilding? I don't know.
I would say social media is great. Like Instagram is for that great. Sometimes in the gym, it depends. It's a little bit harder. Like there's still like many like pros who are like a little bit like ego driven. They're like, everyone is my enemy. I don't want to make friends like in the gym, right? So on social media, it's a little bit easier to like dip into that niche of like people who trying to also like support each other, where it's like more like community based. Because hey, like to be real, like bodybuilding is still sometimes a little bit ego driven. Like especially in the gym, right? So sometimes people are like, oh, like no one is my friend. I'm here. I'm in there.
True. It really depends on who you're talking to, though, too.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Some
I
people.
think on
And
social
also at the
media.
gym it's harder because you focus, right? Yeah, like in the
True.
gym, I'm training. I'm not there to make friends.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
That's also different.
Yeah. It also depends on what time you catch that person in the gym, right? Because if he's in the middle of his set, like straight
Of
focus,
RDL biowebs.
yeah, I don't want like it's cool, but if I'm like fucking huffing and puffing like dirt, because dude, when I'm in the gym, I'm fucking dying. Like ask anyone I work out with, I'm fucking like dying after every set. Like, so I don't really, you know what I mean? I don't have like the energy to be, be how I would want to be when I'm not like focused on training. But if you catch them like before or after, I think that's probably the
That's
best
fine,
time
yeah.
if you meet someone in the gym, right?
Exactly.
Aside from social media, what would you say, Brian?
I'd say if we're talking social media, just be yourself, post whatever the fuck you want to post, and whoever cares for it, they'll reach out. Or you follow people who post what you want to see, who train the way that you like to see it,
Yeah. So you would say just reach out DMs?
Just be yourself, man. Just be yourself, and the right people will come. Because obviously, I post. Dude, these days I just post all my training, and a lot of people don't give a shit about that, and I love that because I get to I get a bunch of people who don't give a shit unfollow, and that's perfect. Because I don't want
people who actually care about it following you.
Yeah, I don't want people on my page who only care about the leanness. Bro, I'm lean once every 5 years, okay? You're not gonna see that shit for 5 years. You gotta tolerate me as a person.
Exactly. And I love to document the training. I love to keep it real on my Instagram. I love to see the process behind it. Like that I show people, it's like that's what it takes. Like I love that's my way of doing content. I love to just show like the process behind it, kind of.
I think it's dope when people actually show interest, like they'll comment and engage in discussion in the comment section of a training video. Like I just post all my training in slides, so it's like for a lot of people that's just boring. It's like, why the fuck are you posting the same shit every week? But the people who do care, it's dope because then they'll ask questions and then I'll be like, oh shit.
Exactly that's cool.
Because I mean, dude, I get to talk to you guys about training all the time.
Hell yeah.
We're all pretty invested in training more than our physiques right now. Like I'll still post physique updates just because I don't really give a shit how fat I get. But
I mean, people like seeing that though, man.
Yeah, I like
Dirk's update. I was like, what the? I love seeing your guys' posts in general, but Dirk posted like a physique update, or physique update, kind of comparing last year to this year, right? That was dope. I like that. But how about this? Because I feel like it's, I don't know, all right. How did you guys make friends or that also bodybuilding friends? I guess in real life and on social media.
Shit, bro, I don't have that many friends.
Did you reach out to people, or is it did they reach out to you? Yeah, same with me. I have a small circle of friends, but just in general, people that are fans of bodybuilding, they could kind of DM and talk bodybuilding. Yeah, how do you guys, if any?
I meet them at shows too. I should
shows, meeting them at shows or on Instagram basically. Sometimes I follow people or they follow me. We DMing, reaching out on a story and stuff.
Yeah, man.
If you want to meet people within the niche, then definitely put yourself within that environment more often. Go to more shows.
Exactly, you need to know which niche. Even the fitness scene is so big of a niche. Right? So you need to know where. Yeah.
Because
by the way, someone. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
There's just so many people in this community that I can't stand. I don't want to listen to that.
The people I don't follow on Instagram or I don't.
I won't even follow them, and they'll still be on my explore page, and I'll just have to block them because I don't want to see that shit at all.
I'm not gonna say no names.
Perfectly fine. I'm not gonna say any names, but
But usually these are the people are the people who just do bodybuilding fitness for the wrong reasons, for attention, for money, for
money. There's no money in bodybuilding.
Bro,
what do they win at fucking Mr. America?
I mean influencers and stuff. I don't know, you want to sell some magic supplement or something.
I'm joking.
That's what I mean.
Just business purposes.
Yeah, or just attention. They don't love training. They just do training out of attention. I don't know, just out of wrong reasons. That's the people I never follow.
Yeah.
And you can sense that. I can already tell. I see an Instagram page or stuff. I see that guy is just doing it to be cool, to be looking good.
Yeah. Damn, I forgot the question I was gonna ask you guys. It just slipped my mind. But anyway, we'll move on to the next question because it's getting kind of long. Do you follow the IFBB? If so, who's your top 10 at the Olympia this year? Oh shit,
Fuck, bro. I don't even know 10 people. I don't even know 10 people.
Dude, I want to say I do, but shit, I'm just gonna say Sean Clarita because he goes to my gym, or I go to his gym, whatever. Sean. I know Sean's on my list for sure.
2-1-2. Yeah, same.
Obviously, the famous people like Chris Bumstead has a great physique.
Yeah.
Rough Diesel. Yeah.
Rough Diesel.
I'm actually shocked. Like Rough Diesel, he's like my size, and his body weight is just like 5 or 6 kg, like 10 pounds heavier than me on stage. Crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yo. Fuck.
And
dude, when I see Sean at the gym, I'm like, this dude's so short and he's always covered up. So like, you know, he's fucking huge, but you don't know the fucking definition and like how massive he is until he never takes off his shirt really at the gym. When I see him at least. But it's fucking crazy though. Like, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy to just see and be around. But shit. Yeah, I don't think I could name. Like we're naming like different divisions. Like Chris Bumstead is not going to be the same division as Sean Clarita. So it's like, I couldn't name 10.
I don't know. Like
I'm very
the
much
open
involved in that side.
Yeah.
Exclusively.
Yeah. I don't really like. I'll watch it, but I don't like follow it. To you know, what I mean, like as much as I follow natural body.
Dude, 10 is a lot of people. I can't even name my top 10 in natural bodybuilding and like.
Oh yeah, same.
I could.
Like no.
No, but I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Like,
it's hard.
One division,
you'd have to think. Yeah, you would have to think.
One division. Can you name 10 people all at one show?
Hell no.
What
do you mean one division? Like open bodybuilding in general, or weight classes?
Open bodybuilding, lightweight class. Like say there's.
No.
I mean,
Top
shit, we don't
10.
even have 10 people sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing.
I could name maybe a top 3 max.
Yeah. Like
3
to 5.
Yeah. And then the thing was with natural bodybuilding, people are not competing every year, right? So it's like you forget about them sometimes, you know?
And then they come out of the shadows and
yeah, exactly. It's like I'm gonna come back. Or they completely are gone. You know what I mean? So yeah.
No.
All right, move on to the next question. This is the last one I got. It's this is for Giraffe. It says Giraffe, bro. Home gym routine and diet. You might have said this pretty often.
Bro, what? I post all my training. What do you mean?
All
right, just check my page.
Yeah, check his page, man.
That's the same.
We talk about it pretty often. Check the other episodes too. I think we talk about it pretty often. Or you talk about it pretty often. Like check the other episodes, man.
Exactly.
For that one.
So maybe you can also cover like Wayne and me like a little bit like shortly at the end for the close.
Yeah, for sure. We could cover
plans a little bit. Yeah.
I want to hear it too.
In regards to what, like the approach we're doing this season?
Yeah, maybe like a little bit of process. Yeah.
Shoot it. And then I'll go after you.
Like me, I covered a little bit on my last post on it. So like about 10 more weeks gaining to go. Then I would say about a 6 to 8 week mini cut for me, where we really get us down to like, good, very lean shape already. Then I maintain for like 6 to 8 weeks, just to also clear a little bit out of like the hormonal stuff as well and stuff. Because after mini cut, right, we are also like hormonal wise, maybe a little bit not in the best position to start a prep. So having like a maintenance phase for 6 to 8 weeks, maybe a slight surplus to be very lean, but also hormonally in a very good spot and no food focus whatsoever. Like all that is very good in that spot. And then starting the actual prep in like mid-June next year. That is my plan. And then doing like shows just October, November. So most likely I will want to stretch it not too far away with the shows, that I can be like near to like a 100% at every show. That is like basically my plan for next year.
Yeah. Do you have any shows in mind you want to do? Because you're all the way in Thailand. Are you going to do any in Thailand or anywhere out in Europe or something?
I may do like a warm-up show, like an untested show in Thailand for fun. Let's see. Maybe. I'm not sure yet.
That would be sick.
And
actually. You're going to get some sick ass. Yo, dude, I feel like in Asia and like Europe, you guys all have like great ass shows, like lighting wise and
it's very good.
Yeah, stage like wise, like what?
So I may do like a warm-up show here in Asia, like an untested one, maybe. And then in Europe, like obviously like the WMBF Pro German show is the plan. Worlds will be the main show in the US in November.
Yeah.
And I may do like another local German show, which is called Evo Classics. That's like I think DFAC is also like there. It's like the
Heard good things about DFAC. Siobhan says DFAC is that federation.
yes,
So.
and that's in England like the BNBF, like
BNBF.
finals.
Bro, the
And
BNB,
I may do that, yeah.
they're really well.
I would
They're
love to
really
see you
well
there because I
because-
want to see all these people,
wanna see what
how
the
you
lighting-
stack up to these people too, because
Exactly.
there's some good
That's what, like,
competition,
I'm
bro.
picking the shows. I'm picking the shows where I like the highest standard. I want to compete
Mhm.
against the best of the best. So I'm picking the shows which are the most stacked, basically.
Yeah, I
That's
love
what
that, bro.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh,
I
that's
love
great.
that. Hell
So
yeah.
BNBF finals looked immense,
Yeah.
crazy, man. Like I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna do that.
Dude, the
like,
shows
the
you did
lighting-
last year in Europe, ooh,
Oh,
yeah,
shit, dude.
ooh. Yeah, man.
Was
The one
also
in
sick.
Austria, I think.
Looks
was
so good.
Yeah, the
bro.
AMBF.
Looks so
Maybe I'm
good.
doing that as well. The AMBF.
Yeah, that looked really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
I
man.
think
I'm
I said-
excited for it. You getting me
So-
excited. I'm
And it's a
tingling.
cool thing. Like we're eating into the show. Like I'm like nearly like at about a 100% at every show. Like eating into it. Like no peak week whatsoever. I can have a show this weekend, the next weekend. Can do that.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah, nice, man.
So
Yeah,
yeah, that
cool.
is the plan. So probably 4 to 5 shows, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shit,
Good number.
definitely.
How about you,
All
Mike?
of them are gonna be end of the year.
Yes, all around like October.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah, bro. I
November
think I'm
the
gonna be the
most.
same. It really depends. I think, yeah, man. I know for sure. Just based on, I heard the next year the Mayhem is gonna be in October. Berto said, I think. Again.
I heard they're not doing that
Oh, they're not doing that.
until like 2024 maybe.
Oh shit. Okay, then
I heard it
I
wasn't.
don't know.
Yeah, because I've been hearing shit back and forth with Bob
Yeah, we'll see then.
and people who heard from Bob.
Yeah,
There's a lot of like,
yeah. Okay, then I don't know,
yeah,
but
we'll
we'll see
see.
when the
We'll see how it
schedule
turns
comes
out.
out. But for me, I'm gonna do well, in regards to the whole prep, I'm starting a pre-prep this coming month, and then supposed to be 185 to 188, and then I think I have to double check. I forgot where he wants me to be. I think he wants me to be from November to I think is March. I want to say, I think I'm gonna be getting down to the 160s,
Wow.
and then hold for like 2 months or a month, and then start prep. So March, yeah, hold till May, and then we start that prep in May.
that's a good spot.
I'm gonna be low 160s, and then the goal is from May. Well, when we hit March, I should be around the 160s, and we do like this holding phase for like 2 months till May, and then when May hits, June-ish, we cut to start the shows around. I think my first show will probably be Pro Universe because it's September, end of September.
Mhm.
Good.
And that will depending on the schedule, we'll see. I'll pick later on, but I should be at the 143 is going to be stage weight this time, as opposed to last year where we thought like 155 would be stage weight. So still bantam, but that's the goal.
Awesome, man.
So
And
hopefully
how's your
we'll
plan
bring in
with
the
the
conditioning
shows?
next year for sure.
Like with the shows, you plan to be like at around like 100% at every show, or how is your plan there?
I don't know yet.
Yeah.
But the competition weight, stage weight is going to be 143 around there.
This would be
Like
Um,
peaked or
Yeah,
before the-
I think I don't know. He just said that. He just said that. I don't know yet.
okay. I
yeah,
feel like
did
for
not.
you that would be your prep low.
Yeah, I think that would be my prep low for sure, bro. Because we'll see. We'll see when we get
Yeah,
there.
yeah, we'll see. Because
Yeah, we'll see
dude,
when
you
we
put
get
on you put on a good amount of mass.
Yeah.
You at
Yeah.
180 last
Bro.
time versus like in 2021 versus now is completely different. So
Yeah, it is. It really is. It's kind of fucking crazy. But
yeah,
yeah. I think
and
this go around is gonna be
Iranian-
way different, mainly because like the way we prepped last time.
Yeah.
I feel like it was more geared to like just collecting data and just getting like I think Berto had a plan with that. I think the reason why we weren't in touch so often, I never talked to him about it, but just in hindsight, like I think this is my first prep back, and I've never done like an actual bodybuilding prep with him, so I don't think he wanted it to be invasive, really invasive too fast. And it was just like a data collecting year, and so this year is gonna be way better, I think.
Yes.
I think so. In regards to conditioning, because that was like my biggest thing, conditioning. So yeah, we're gonna bring it. I'm excited for it.
Redemption
especially
year.
with all these preps, man. Watching all these preps, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Especially Berto's prep. And I already know what to expect. And then just having a plan right now, this far out. Because even last year, when I competed, we didn't have a plan this far out, really. No pre-prep, nothing like that. So, yeah, man, it's exciting. And then I'll start competing at the end of September or September-ish, depending. Stuff could change, but I think that's the plan. And then Worlds is always going to be the.
Wayne and me
Hopefully I can get my pro card, bro.
page.
That's the goal. I think Berto has high hopes for the pro card too. He said so.
And then we both are at Pro Worlds Bantam, man.
Yeah, that would be sick. We meet again, dude.
And you guys hold it down. All right.
That's
you
ideal,
guys hold it down the Natty Boys for a few years.
Hell yeah. And I mean, hopefully you'll be there. Depending on where it is.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I'm hoping schedule works with me. Cooperates.
Yeah,
well.
exactly.
I'll be able to fly out
That would be sick.
Yeah, but that's the goal. Natty Boys coming in hot next year, bro.
Yeah, around November, dude. I'm planning to be like 190, so we'll see. You guys are gonna be lean, and I'm gonna be like,
I mean, they'll only give you fire for your off season.
Oh, dude, no, trust me. My off season session is gonna be great while I'm watching you guys prep.
Yeah.
That's gonna have on fire. So I'm ready to use that. I'm ready for it.
It's gonna be fun, dude. It's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. If everything works, God's,
Yeah, we gotta keep the podcast moving as well. Like Wayne, like we can discuss a lot on the podcast as well on the.
Yeah, you guys are gonna have a lot of updates.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Guys, I think yeah, for sure. I mean, I think now that Brian is a little bit more free too, because it was more because you're in school, so we didn't want to really fuck with that.
Yeah. But once you guys get prep moving, dude, I'll be free up until like probably September, and even then you can start planning around things.
Exactly.
Hopefully I'll be able to make it out to Worlds with you guys so I can watch.
Yeah, for sure. And then I mean, worst case, if you end up not being free, then we could just freaking just do me and Dirk some episodes, or you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, it doesn't matter. Just so we can keep consistency. You know what I mean? Because I think this is what I was gonna say. When I went to Pro Universe, someone went up to me, he's like, "Oh, I love the podcast." I'm like, "Oh shit!" So shout out to you. I forgot your name, but people are watching. Like people fucking
exciting,
and my gyms come up to me sometimes, so it's like it's cool. People are seeing it. So
appreciate all the people at Battle of the Bay as well who gave the podcast.
Word, man. So I think people liking the content, so we just got to keep it pumping for the people and for us too. It's cool.
Exactly. And both like Wayne and me, we need to like really document the prep so good next year.
Oh yeah, definitely next year we will. I will commit to
that. Get a nice camera and everything, dude. Whew.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna. We got to go off, bro.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, I think we're ended here, man. We covered everything. Yeah, good chat, guys. So we'll end it here. Natty boys, Natty boys, Natty boy. Nah, I need a new fucking outro song. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Natty boys, we're out. Peace. Nice. Good job, guys.
Good one.
Yeah. Shit.
All right.
Oh shit! I forgot to record it. So imagine.
Yeah.
Yo, imagine.